So I was in university in England and had to come up with a topic of some kind of wildlife to film. And I really couldn't think of anything better than the Kenai Peninsula. We have bears and eagles, all the salmon. There's just so many people that use the fish, and it just felt like the right option.
Well, as you can see, I'm an immigrant, and this is one of the biggest nightmares that I have while I am in United States. So the reflection of one of the biggest nightmares in America is basically mirroring in this film. I had a moment when my sister was in San Francisco. She was in a shopping mall, and she just called me that she thought that there was a mass shooting happening there. Um, I mean, it was already finished at that moment, and it wasn't. So, but still, that kind of feeling that basically wherever you turn, bad can happen like that is, one of my biggest fears. So during the year that we prepped this, there was a mass shooting happening almost daily in 2023. At the same time, I was fascinated and honestly disturbed, like what we were talking about, how social media can flip the energy of the moment with just one swipe, and that tension is what basically sparked this idea.
Well, we were just meeting because we are friends from a very long time ago. We used to go to college together. We were friends in college, and then one day she was living in Yucatan, and she came to Mexico City, so we meet for a couple of years, and we were talking, and she was talking about her thesis, and I was talking about wanting to make a short film, and so everything just connected in that moment.
So it took about a month to film the entirety of Silver Rush and then another 6 to 8 weeks to edit all of it. Between the music composition and different editing takes and the voiceover, it took a lot longer than I was expecting.
So the prepping of the film was 2 months, and the whole shooting of the dramatic scenes was just going throughout one day, or let's say one night. So it was 12 hours of shooting, and then the next night we had only 3 hours of shooting, just the shooting sequences. I edited this film by myself, and I also did the whole animation. So, because I do have a 9 to 5 work from Monday till Friday, I could only use Saturdays and Sundays for this. But the process lasted for almost a year, just using Saturdays, sometimes Sundays.
Okay, so first we have a shooting, and it was about a week, and it was just Sandra and me, just the two of us. Then after a couple of months, we went back, and we were back with a bigger crew. We spent 2 weeks going to every town, and then I started. We started editing for about a year, and then we had a third trip to Yucatan, and we filmed a gathering with many communities from different parts of Mexico and Yucatan, uh, which was it's the trial. So that's a year round, and then we spent a year editing, more or less, and then we didn't have money for post production, so we have to stop for a while. Then we managed to get to post production, so it was about 2 years to get everything all done. Uh, Nervous? I think we're very happy. We've been very lucky because we weren't expecting to be selected in many festivals or anything, but then it has grown. I mean, we've been in Peru, we've been in Colombia, we've been in Argentina, we've been here in Mexico, and in Los Angeles, and well, we're very happy to have this chance to show our work. And
Oh, so I currently now am working as an independent camera operator. I actually leave on Tuesday and I'll be gone for an entire month. I'll be on a research vessel in the Marshall Islands. So I'll be learning how to do underwater ROV camera operating. It's my first like major internship post university, but I've had many contracts filming different documentaries and things, with here in Alaska, but this is my first opportunity to leave, which I'm excited for. And Silver Rush is actually going to be shown. We have a salmon festival here in Alaska, and so it's going to get shown up here and to like kind of the whole community. It gets shown in Nikiski, which is in the Kenai Peninsula. So it's all the people that know this river and fish it all the time are going to be able to see the film, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just before I made this film, because I didn't make anything for 10 years, I was debating whether to wait for another year to get more funding, better gear, and other things that could come into place. But I realized the more I'm waiting, the more fear is like growing in me that I'm going to make a failure or something like that. So I would always like, I know that this is very corny, but just make it. Just shoot it. At the end, like when you finish shooting, it's going to be horrible. At least it was for me when I started putting it all together. I was like, what did I just make? But then after a while, when you massage it, like basically just keep making it instead of just waiting. Because while you're waiting, you have another ideas coming on. And I'm sure that all the filmmakers who are having this call or like a hobby slash call still need to have like all the ideas are coming every 2 minutes. So don't marinate too long. Just go and do it.